Waffle. There's a Wednesday Waffle. Go live. Boom. Oh, how's that one? That camera good? You sure? Oh, flipping it. So this is the Wednesday Waffle. We're sort of, is it about a minute or so till we get to 8 o'clock? So we're just going to be talking about, oh my lord, I am flipping shattered today. Good day, Luke. Good day all round angling. Just going to leave it about another 5 seconds or so. Hey up, Tegan, mate, how you doing? There's Tegan, isn't it? Yeah. How you all doing? So the purpose of the Wednesday Waffle each week is for me to come online and share what is the week in the life of a small business owner, someone, a clothing brand founder that is absolutely dedicated to fully British manufactured. Now, all the garments are made in Britain, and almost all of the fabrics and materials and everything like that are made in Britain. Now, I got one step closer this last week. If you've been following my Instagram, you've been following my TikTok, you may have seen some small bits. And that is the finest of details, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. So, this polo top, this is a 10mm button, so a 1 centimetre button. And I found a factory in Gloucester that makes buttons. They do the whole thing on site. They use, it's a certain type of nut which they source from South America. Just the Wednesday Waffle, mate. They have this certain type of nut that they source from South America. That is the material for one of the buttons. And then another button is made from 97% milk. Somehow they make them into buttons. It's a tiny little factory, and they make custom buttons. So all this week, I've been discussing Pantone colours, button shapes, sizes, styles, designs. So when these polo tops come out, not only will they be made in East London, fabric source from Leicester, but buttons from Gloucester. And this logo will be half the size at 28mm. It is really exciting stuff. They will be getting sent out hopefully at the early part of next week. So I'll have one to show you all on the next Wednesday Waffle, which I'm looking forward to. And then I've got all the labels. So it'll be a small little, like a hanging label that just purely has Lockwood, always back in British manufacturers, I think it says on it. And I haven't got them to show you because I sent half of them to one of my British manufacturers in Birmingham, in Oldham. And then the other half, well, I say half, I sent 40 of the 288 or whatever it is to Royal Wootton Bassett, to the guy that makes these lovely flat caps. And I'll tell you what, they're not a bucket hat made in Wales, but they are a flat cap made in Royal Wootton Bassett. I mean, so this is made out of that full cordura that all the smocks are made of. Absolutely beautiful. And then, so separate then to that, on Saturday, I travelled up on a last minute call to the Barclay race, point-to-point meeting, which was in Woodford. Yeah, Woodford. And met Billy, a guy called Billy Marshall, and he is the second announced sponsored rider. I'm going to have a team of 4 in the Lockwood clothing brand equestrian team. Still working out how I'm going to, brand it, but really in this first instance, it's just really cool having a small team of riders that I'm just helping to support a little bit, and it's helping get the name out there. So that is really exciting. So went and watched Billy, and then when I walked up to him after, he's like, that was hairy. And there was a part when he went really wide, and I was like, mate, what was going on? He's like, yeah, you're not meant to do that. I was like, yeah, I could tell. I was like, what was going on with it? And then it was like, the horse was shaking its head, and then it just flipping boom. But yeah, so he said, yeah, it was a hairy ride. It hadn't raced in 2 years, point to point or anything. And then he said he found out in the changing rooms a couple of the other jockeys got offered the ride and they turned it down because they knew it was a nut job. Oh, excuse me, just had to wet my whistle. So yeah, and then travel back from there. Monday I received these gorgeous little swing tags. So these are the little tags that will come on all the products. The polos, the gilets, the Brecon smocks, the Arnhems, the Herseys, the Metropolitan, and then and on the back it's just got all the contact information. So these I think are so smart, like just little swing tags. So they will come on everything. But at the moment, what stuff that's posting out immediately is the gilets and the Brecon smocks. And then what else? BBB, I had to remember, my fiance told me. Buttons, Billy. Yes. So I had my first session with my business mentor. Now, she's the lady that's told me I'm too bloody cheap. And I didn't quite realise how in-depth something like that could be. I had probably 3 or 4 pages worth of notes by the end of it, and each note is a job, a task, some research. And she flipping sent me off with she bloody sent me off with homework as well at the end of it. So yeah, like nuts. I'm flipping 34 and I'm being sent homework. Yes, I am, Theo. I do questions at the end. This is my weekly Wednesday Waffle business update of what's been going on. So yeah, and she's such a bloody lovely lady. We get on really well, and I think if you're working with someone that's you're gonna have a long-term business relationship with, any relationship, you need to be able to bloody get on with them. And yeah, already between our initial discovery call and that meeting, she had done just so much extra little bits. So I'm just really happy to have her on board. She is so confident that this business is going to take off, because she's been in the business of business mentoring for years and years and years. So when she said when she saw it, she is so confident it's going to take off. But for me right now, I am such in the early days, waiting for that big break, which that big break could potentially be coming next week as it happens. Just as that person comes online. Good day there, Tia. So yeah, I think it's important forging that team around you. Obviously, we've got Jay in the company now, and I think it's almost started feeling real for him now, whereas before I was just messing him with stuff, and then I followed through and said, right, here you are, sign on the dotted line, the part of the company belongs to you. Bloody heck, good to see you, no. So yeah, and now it's like he has become so much more bought in. Not that he wasn't before. I just think he's like it almost feels like I get more of an excited energy off him now, whereas before it was more I'd be sending him stuff, I'd be sending him jobs and he just kind of was a bit like So yeah, that pretty much rounds out the Wednesday Waffle for this week. The rest of what I've been up to is sourcing fabrics. There was some delays with some fabrics for the Suffolk lamb's wool and boiled wool gilets, but that all got resolved, and now I should be seeing the very first small Suffolk lamb's wool and boiled wool gilets tomorrow. I've then got the flat caps that match them, and then there's what I hope to be in the future. A good friend of mine is going to be wearing it at the badminton trot-up, which I'm so bloody excited for. It's almost like that could be the big break. Might not come to anything, but this guy, I always used to watch his trot-ups because he wears such flipping, such outlandish, just in-your-face suits and flat caps and stuff. So when he got hold of me, I was flipping buzzing. So anyway, it could be coming in the next week, but regardless, a lot of people are going to know about this brand from hopefully next week. So what I will say to finish off before I start getting into questions is you've got from now until the 6th of May before my prices are adjusted. I don't know what they're going to be yet. That was one of the bits of homework my business mentor gave me. So yeah, between then and now I'll have worked out what all the prices are going to be, and they are going to be raising some pieces more than others. And it's all just sorry, I need to turn off the YouTube video. Look at you. You are now live on YouTube. Do not say F or B.